How's it going, everyone? This is my hello, and I just want to talk about my thoughts on my Undertale Let's Play, along with the future of the channel. Now, when I say my thoughts on the Let's Play, I don't mean my thoughts on Undertale. I've already stated my thoughts on Undertale throughout my Let's Play and at the end of the Let's Play itself. And, to say your thoughts on Undertale is redundant at this point. I actually wanted to talk about my Let's Play in general, about my feelings on the project itself. Now, I think you notice that this is actually my second time recording this. My first time was much more negative, ending with something like this. I don't want to be in an environment where you have to fake it to succeed. I want these videos to be real. But no one gives a shit about being real anymore. Yeah, I still complain about YouTube, and I still think that we are trapped in a system that favors the fake big ones, but I'm going to try to be more positive this time around. Although this may not be the most positive video out there, because I'm going to say this about my Undertale Let's Play. I don't think it was my best work. It was alright for an Undertale Let's Play, I guess, but I felt like I didn't really progress as much as I wish I did. It felt like there wasn't a lot of growth that happened on my end when I was doing this project. And, I don't know, I think it also comes to the nature of Undertale itself, where, yes, there are the gameplay elements, but there's also a lot of dialogue and cutscenes that by now, millions of others have already seen and recorded themselves reacting to, so I guess the biggest problem with my Let's Play was that it was just not unique, and at times it didn't feel like it was my work, but it felt like I was just imitating people. Even though I wasn't doing a blind Let's Play, it still felt like I was just one amongst millions. And I guess another issue that I noticed was that it kind of boils down to my main motivation for doing Let's Plays. It's to share. It's to share my video gaming experiences with people. So when I do blind Let's Plays, my intent is to share my first experience playing a game that I was interested in and want to show off my experience. When I don't do a blind Let's Play, it's me sharing with you a game that I'm passionate about. Now, Undertale was a game that I was passionate about. After all, it holds the distinction of being a recent favorite, which is something that's hard for me as someone who has become very cynical of the video gaming, industry. But it felt like I wasn't really sharing with you all. And I guess part of the problem is that at this point, everyone has played Undertale, and if people have not played Undertale, they wouldn't bother watching my Let's Play, so it's really just sharing amongst people who already know what's going to happen at the end of the story, So it didn't really feel special. And that's more or less why I felt dissatisfied with my Undertale Let's Play. I mean, technically and whatever, I guess it was alright, but it's also a game where you need to be comedic, and as you know, comedy is not second nature for me, which I guess is why my videos suck ass. Wow, I'm still being super negative here. Okay, I'm trying to be not as negative as I was the first time around, where I was super mopey and actually kind of angry at points. But this was kind of an interesting experiment, where for once I was doing a very recent game. I mean, I waited months, so it's funny, so before I address the whole recent game thing, my original plan was not to do Undertale. That was never my plan. After doing Chrono Trigger, my plan was to do, like I said before, a blind Let's Play of Earthbound. Why? My Let's Play of Mother 3, which was a blind Let's Play, is my personal favorite project. Why did I like it? A, it turns out I really loved Mother 3, and B, my the audience engagement was amazing. Now, it's probably because, it was Mother 3 and Nintendo Capri Sun helped bring an audience to me, but there was so much joy in having a reliable group of people who were interested in your first experience with Mother 3, and it felt like there was an actual engagement going on. And that is something that I never really had until maybe like To the Moon. And then I'd never have it again. Maybe for like some of my projects like Crash Bandicoot 3 and others, but when it comes to like story-based games, I like sharing, but I guess I'm just realizing the truth that when it comes to story-based games, even if I want to share, generally nobody is interested, which I guess is why my RPG plan isn't working out. But Mother 3 was a good exception to that, and I kinda wanted to relive those days, which was why I had planned on doing Earthbound. But there were multiple problems, and I think it all boiled down to, with how YouTube is nowadays, and with how my channel is nowadays, it would have been incredibly mentally stressful for me to do Earthbound. I would have likely have given it up, or would have been super miserable doing it because it's a long game and there's so much uncertainty with going ahead, knowing that chances are no one's going to be interested. Now I know that numbers aren't everything, but it would have felt like a burden that I put on myself, and I had to be with this burden alone. So, needless to say, I was scared of doing Earthbound with how YouTube is nowadays and with how my channel is nowadays. So that eventually I decided to do Undertale instead, and my justification was, enough time had passed between its release and my Let's Play, so that I wasn't going to ride solely on the hype train. I was going to pretty much show you what an Undertale Let's Play is like after you follow the traditional, 3-month or 6-month rules. In my case, I guess I waited 9 months, but I guess the traditional rule was always 6 months or 3 months to ensure quality, to ensure that you know what you're sharing instead of doing a blind Let's Play for the shits and money. So, yeah, this was the first time I did a very recent game, and I know that people often recommend that you do recent games nowadays because that is the surefire way to get an audience, because it makes sense. The audience is now consumers, and the consumers want to know if a game is worth buying or not, because guess what? A game costs money. So the consumer would want to know whether or not they should shell out money for a game, or if they think they don't need the game anymore now that they have seen someone already play the game for them. So I understand that perspective. So in a sense, Let's Plays are more about promotion and numbers, which is not what Let's Playing is to me. So it's incredibly, I guess this is the same thing I was talking about last time, but it's just disappointing to see the changes, and I kind of wanted to divert that by doing Undertale months later. But overall, my thoughts on my Undertale Let's Play is that I think one thing that hurt that Let's Play was that it was still new to me. It wasn't something that I knew too well. Like, I thought I was going to be like, let me show you the secret since I have played the game. Well, first of all, everyone already knows every single secret, and it's impossible to show off every single secret, and chances are you guys knew more than I did. Like that one time I was trying to attack the bombs instead of defusing them. So, it didn't really feel like I was sharing with you guys. It just felt like I was just going through the motions. So, I don't know, will I do recent games ever again? I think there might be only one exception to that, because my answer is no. I'm not going to do recent game ever, except for one exception. And that is, it depends on the release date, when he finishes the game, but I do plan to do, if things work out, I would be interested in doing the sequel to the Moon, Finding Paradise. The problem is, I would have to show off a bird story, and that came out years ago, well, a year ago, which is enough time for people to not be interested. And after the disappointment I was Journey, where I poured my heart out into sharing with you guys, only to find out that no one was interested, except for like a few of you. It hurt, you know that? So I'm not sure if I have the will to do a bird story. And really, like, indie games are pretty much off. They're not really a good territory for me anymore. So what am I going to do on the channel now? So I said before that the RPG thing isn't really working out for me. So I'm still going to do like a main series and maybe a side series, maybe, but they don't have to be RPGs. I'm just gonna do whatever. And for my next Let's Play, I just want to take it easy and do something more casual, since I feel like I could use something more casual. It could be helpful for me, since I kind of feel a little stressed out or burnt out from, I don't know, but it's not the best feeling. Yeah, so the next series, my main series, will be something different, something casual. It's of a series I never did an actual Let's Play of before, so that's something exciting. So yeah, those are my thoughts on my Undertale Let's Play, why I didn't do an Earthbound Let's Play, and probably never will. Just some of my fears, misgivings, and just some things about the future. Chances are the main Let's Play will start sometime after I finish Spyro, whenever that finishes. And I might do something, you know, dumb on the side. Like I might do like a LMAO of some short game or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'll just try to take it easy for the next few days or so. So see you guys. If you're not watching my Spyro videos, then hope to see you around sometime again. Bye.